Kirsty says, morning ADV, mine is completely unconventional on how I'm going to spend some of this hot weather. My partner, who's a farmer, is coming to the peak of harvesting and working such long hours, so I can spend some precious time with him. I'll be accompanying him in his tractor while he's working. It's actually amazing going into the evenings, watching the sun setting. Fab shows always says, Kirsty, now that's real love, isn't it? Where you can't bear to be apart to the extent that you will accompany your other half to work. That is a big deal, and that is a lovely tribute to your relationship, Kirsty. Please give him my love. Oh, look at this. A pool in the garden. It looks fantastic. This is Chris from Leicester. It's one of those pools. It really looks superb. You know the kind, it's not actually dug into the ground, and it's not a paddling pool. It's one of those big round ones with firm sides and a ladder to get in. It's really impressive. What a great moment of the year to have it so beautiful, ready, clean, shining, and everybody to get in and get nice and cool over the weekend. Gorgeous, Chris. Lovely picture, thank you. Vanessa, on Friday, 4 of us are going to Spain on our motorcycles, catching the ferry from Portsmouth to Santander. So I would like to shout out for Tony, Matt and Harry. We cannot wait to go. This is from Chris at STS Logistics. Oh, and guess where we're starting from? Only Oswald Street. How many mentions of Oswald Street can we get on this programme? I'm always wondering that. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Stand Up on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
We're the BBC News at 5:30. This is Jason Kay. The Home Secretary, Priti Patel, says she won't be deterred after the first flight carrying asylum seekers to Rwanda was cancelled. Rulings from the European Court of Human Rights and the Court of Appeal in London meant none of the migrants could board the plane. Police in Brazil are questioning a second man about the disappearance of the British journalist Dom Phillips and his companion Bruno Pereira. The pair were travelling along a river in the Amazon when they vanished. NATO Secretary-General has called on the West to supply Ukraine with more heavy weaponry. Jens Stoltenberg said they were needed to help repel Russia's advances in the country. Netflix has announced it's turning the hit show Squid Game into a new reality series. The programme's producers are looking for 456 people to play for a prize of £3.8 million. Now, the weather, it'll be sunny and very warm across England and Wales, but the touch of cloud could develop later. It'll be cloudier in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Some showers there. That's the BBC News. Right next at 6.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app. This is Vanessa Bell.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Oh, and I feel
Womack and Womack and Love Wars. 5:36 is the time. If you've just joined us morning, hope you're well. Maybe you got a chance to see that strawberry moon that somehow eluded us here. We tried. Boy, did we try to model. We're circumnavigating the building, hanging out of windows, abseiling over the terrace. We still couldn't find it here. But loads and loads of you sent me pictures of this beautiful crimson, gloriously effulgent, shining strawberry moon just hanging in the sky like a raspberry lollipop. I mean, really beautiful. Thank you very much indeed. I love them, love seeing them. Very kind of you to do it. Let me tell you what's coming up on Radio 2 today. On Zoe's show, she's going to be talking to Bananarama about their brand new music, and it's the Y Workshop, where Zoe quizzes the QILs with all of your questions. Nina Cherry is choosing her tracks of her years on Ken Bruce's show, Popmaster, as ever, at 10:30. We've been talking about what you're going to be doing in the lovely weather that's coming up. Sally and Gary say sunny days ahead. We're heading to Devon for 10 days from Durham on Friday. We're planning a trip to the Winking Prawn in Sulcombe. Nice food, lots of wine. Never been there, but heard it's gorgeous. Food, lots of wine and the sound of the sea. Absolutely perfect. Oh, what a great time. Yeah, what a great booking. You're going to have such a marvellous time. And John says, morning Vanessa, I thought I'd share this with you. Sent me a picture of the most exceptionally gorgeous sunrise in terms of kind of metallic sheen and just a brightness and radiance this morning. John, thank you very much. He says, I just thought I'd share this with you. You describe the sunrise every day beautifully. We live in Angers Green and feel blessed each day. Could you please tell Cheryl that I love her more than I ever tell her? And our son Daniel never ceases to make us proud. And thank you for your company every morning. John, thank you so much. John, Cheryl and Daniel, lots of love to you today. And then we must remember what's going on in northern parts of our beautiful country. Fee from Glasgow says, you know, Vanessa, we're still in winter clothes. In the west of Scotland, we'll be spending our time in the next few days indoors, keeping warm. We're very jealous of your lovely weather. Come down and share it if you can, Fiona. Lovely to hear from you, Fiona. Nice talking to you. Okay, let's have a bit of music. Why don't we? I stayed in the chair the whole way through that song. I'm ashamed to tell you, I should have been up on my feet. I should have been giving it some and shaking your tail, but I didn't. I just sat fast, reading all your messages. Well, I am a apologizing. Christmas. That's my excuse. Vanessa, please could you wish my son Paul Taverner and his mates good luck? It's on a bike ride for Keat Hospice Care from Luton to Norwich. Gosh, that's a long way. My goodness, on Saturday the 26th of June. Of course I do. Good luck, everybody, doing the Keat Hospice Care ride, the bike ride from Luton to Norwich on the 26th of June. Morning, lovely, happy Vanessa, says Trevor. I've never messaged the show before, but I thought I'd say hello and thanks for keeping so many truck drivers awake in the early morning. You never fail to make me laugh even when I don't want to. Good. And I follow you on Insta, and you're hilarious. Well, that's nice to hear. Thank you very much. I'm inching up to 165,000 followers. And I only started on January the 1st of this year, so I'm you know, it's all going quite well. I shouldn't really say it, but I mean, fingers in every other part crossed. It's going okay. Please say hi to all the Friars transport drivers. I'm on my way to Scunthorpe from Ipswich. I started at 1:45. Can you please tell my soon-to-be wife to get well soon? Of course I can, Trevor. Hope you have a great day, Les. I think I speak for a lot of truckers when I say that for us drivers, you're more important than us. That is a compliment. Now that, I'm going to have that embroidered on a t-shirt. I'm not kidding. I am more important to the truckers of the nation than their sat-navs. Now, really, you shouldn't sweet-talk a girl like that, Trevor. Not at this time of the day, 5:42 in the morning. I'm swooning here. I've never had a compliment so touching. I'm not even joking. That's so nice to say. Thank you very much, Trevor. Now I hope to hear from you much more than irregularly. I want to hear from you at least once a week to know where you are and how things are going. Thank you. Really nice. Well touched. And Joe Jackson is in Finland. Morning, Vanessa. Greetings from Finland. I live in northern Finland, where right now the sun is shining. Listen to this. For 22 hours a day. This summer, my family and I will be heading to the UK for the first time since 2019. The hugs are going to be epic. Throughout the time away, Radio 2's been a link with home that we've all loved. I'm on my way to work and facing my last few days before the summer holidays start, and it's a really glorious morning here. Just wanted to thank you and the other amazing presenters who help those of us far from home feel the distance a little less. Best wishes, Joe Jackson in Oulu in Finland. Well, thank you so much. That's also a lovely thing to say. I'm hoping that everybody else on Radio 2 will hear that message or will get it passed on to all the other presenters, because it's really touching and very kind of you to be so nice. Thanks enormously, and gosh, 22 hours of sunlight a day. Can't even imagine it.
It's been a long night, it was time for me to go home. But it's been a long time since I felt this good on my own. 9 years went by with my hands out in your room. Forever, never, no more. The midnight sky is the road I'm taking. Head high up in the clouds. I'm the one I don't belong to anyone. Oh no. Don't be phased by fire and so long can't fight the devil on the tongue. Oh no. Don't be phased by you. Keep my friends falling down. Everybody's talking now, baby. Oh, you know it's true. Yeah, that I was born to run. I don't belong to anyone. Oh no. Don't be phased by you. She got her hair pulled back 'cause the sweat's dripping off of her face. Said it ain't so bad if I wanna make a couple mistakes. You should know right now that I never stay put in one place. Forever and ever, no more. The midnight sky is the road I'm taking. Head high up in the clouds. I'm the one to run. I don't belong to anyone. Oh no. Don't be phased by you. Fire in my lungs.
night sky. It's 5:47, the perfect time, as I know you'll agree, to pause for thought. And this morning we do so, oh, I love saying this, in the wonderful company of Steve Stockman, Minister of Fitzroy Presbyterian Church. It's been far too long, Steve. How are you?
It's always too long. I'm doing well this week. Wasn't so good last week.
No? You're a bit better this week? I'm glad
I'm
to
a
hear
bit
it.
better this week,
Oh,
indeed.
gosh. Oh.
Yes, I started thinking about this week's theme, dealing with loneliness,
Yeah.
while I was in COVID isolation.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm glad you're making a recovery, even if it is a little bit too slow for your liking. So, dealing with loneliness, yeah, that's been our theme all week, and
Indeed.
everyone acknowledges how very difficult it all is.
Indeed, for the millions who have been where I was last week, isolation's not easy. I mean, I thankfully had a mild dose of COVID. The isolation might have been more difficult to deal with. First I was in the bedroom, hearing the family downstairs, chatting them out a window, and then they left me totally on my own for a number of days. But, you know, as an only child, I'm used to being on my own. And indeed, other than missing Janice, my wife, I kind of enjoyed being on my own. So it was great, for instance, to be able to see the Beatles Get Back documentary, all 8 hours of it. And what a perfect time, therefore, to give a shout-out to Paul McCartney, who is 80 on Saturday. Paul's had a few songs in his catalogue about lonely people. Eleanor Rigby might be the best known. Look at all the lonely people, I'll spare you the singing. But the Bible too talks about loneliness. The Old Testament and the New Testament scriptures both start with God dealing with loneliness. Right at the beginning, God sees Adam and sees that it's not good for him to be alone and makes him a partner, Eve. In the New Testament, Jesus tells the disciples that when he leaves them, he's not going to leave them as orphans, but that the Holy Spirit will be a companion, a comfort, a guide. It seems that God's no fan of loneliness. So in my isolation, I had all these different thoughts. And at the end, I was grateful that I never really feel lonely, but started to feel a deep compassion for those who do. I started considering Eleanor Rigby again, Father Mackenzie writing the sermon that no one will hear. Ouch. And then in the New Testament, there's that guy, the tax collectors again. Nobody likes him, he has to go up a tree to see Jesus, and then Jesus invites himself to dinner. The theme shifted from me dealing with my own loneliness to me being able to help others in theirs. Today, as I walk through a world full of Eleanor Rigby's, maybe a hello in the street, or a thank you in a shop, or a text message, or a phone call, or a wee visit to a neighbour could make all the difference in someone else's life. And also this is a chance for me to thank those who sent me messages in my COVID cave last week, because everyone helped.
Gosh, that was lovely. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. And we're going to play Eleanor Rigby so that people who maybe aren't familiar with it or maybe haven't heard it for a while will really understand why you were channeling that song in your COVID nightmare. Wishing you a very speedy, hoping you can breathe through your nose again sometime in the near future, you poor thing.
You can tell.
Oh, you
Thank
poor.
you.
Just one question, can you smell anything?
Oh yes, I didn't lose my smell or taste.
Oh, I lost my smell. Day 3, I lost my sense of smell. It was unbelievably dramatic. Stuck my nose in a jar of coffee. It could have been an empty jar. Honestly, it took weeks to come back. Back now, though.
Wow.
Back now, yes. Steve, don't worry. You'll be able to breathe soon, and we hope to hear from you again soon as well. Reverend Steve Stockman there. And he was talking about Eleanor Rigby, and here it is.
Look at all those lonely people. Look at all those lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he watched from the grave. No one was saved, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? What a song.
Better be ready, because Radio 2 Live is coming. It's so good to be back. Radio 2 Live. We've got 2 days of incredible live music for you on the 17th and 18th of September. Make sure you're listening tomorrow morning after 8 to find out how to get tickets.